Hey, what's up everyone? So this is a specialty solo stream where it's just going to be me. I've got a couple things currently going on. For the last couple of weeks I've been working on some problem solving stuff for the art pipeline of Angerfoot, and then also trying to have some fun in between. I wanted to show you guys the other weekend I was working on a lizard character, and here he is in all of his glory. And now some might wonder if this is all necessary, and it's not. So, closing that now before I get a reputation for spending too much time on substance. Since we've got kind of a break in the production until our next update, this gives us some time to work on a few of the new designs for enemy types. And we've got a whole bunch of new enemy types that we've been keen to bring in. So we're going to be readdressing some of the older character designs, specifically the Suicide Bomber, and needs to be looked at again. So you can see here on the right, we've got a new iteration of the Suicide Bomber character, who I'm going to be trying to make into more of a sort of biker style character, make him a bit more intimidating, while also making him a lot skinnier. Here on the left, we've got a character. So we've been writing the story of Angerfoot now in more rigid terms. So before we would kind of just like joke around between the three of us and kind of figure out stuff that made us giggle and was like weird enough that we felt like, you know, we could do something with this. So what we're going to do now is we've written out a lot more of our plot. So this character on the left here, this kind of corn kernel character, he's going to lead into our opening scene with the feeding your girlfriend popcorn, and you kind of maim this war veteran and eat the popcorn in the next scene. So this is like Cornel. He has just some more designs. It's a female version of the Suicide Bomber potentially. We're wanting to introduce a minigunner character. I've done some designs before, but I'm just updating them now. So these are all the old designs for the machine gunners, but now that we have like kind of more context for what we want to do here, I'm thinking of doing something in a little bit more of a vein of a kind of large gorilla character. He's going to be carrying around the machine gun. Here's just looking at the grenade guy. I haven't changed a lot here. I'm still kind of stuck with him. Specifically on the colors. I don't really know how to make his colors pop a bit more nicely or make them more interesting. This on the left is sort of an attempt to do something. Here's our Gatling gunner in a little bit more detail. We want to go for heavily armored enemies, and the idea of the heavily armored enemies in Angerfoot's going to be that you shoot their piece of armor, it's going to explode off, and then if you chase another shot in that area, you'll be able to kill the enemy, but if you don't, you're going to hit another piece of armor and that's going to have to break off. It's going to kind of make some enemies a little bit tougher. Over here, so this is a one of the gangs that we're wanting to do is we want to make a kind of a sexy club gang. That's all going to be like kind of S&M and dominatrix themed, and then we're going to have these kind of GIMP guys. They're going to hang from the roofs and from the walls, and this is going to be the closest thing in the game to a kind of dog enemy, like a small, fast, underground kind of enemy. We specifically wanted to go for a human being for this design as well, because I don't know about everyone else in the stream, but I absolutely hate it in games where you have to like kick an actual dog. So I'd much rather kick like a GIMP. And then finally, we want to do something. The aesthetic of the offices is going to be like ultra clean, ultra sleazy business, you know. And I'm thinking about bringing in these kind of like more monkey elements, or all the characters in the office will be kind of mammalian, a little bit lighter. So this would be the machine gun guy. He's going to play a lot more like a pistol enemy in the game. So we're imagining that he's going to kind of fan out, pa pa pa, with his gun and then hide behind something. So he's going to have like a little bit more of a tactical AI. So this was probably about August last year I did these ones. You can also see the first design for the Angerfoot. He never used to have the mouth. Let's get to work. Okay, I'm feeling self-conscious about this being incomplete, so I'm going to carry on with my machine gun boys. Is there anything else you like to draw when you're not doing art for games? Yeah, sure. I mean, I draw everything. What do you... You look for something else specific? No, I normally just draw... I like characters. I've always liked character art. I always wanted to be a character artist. We need to actually just take the tentacle enemies and make them a lot more interesting. Because right now, a lot of people just run past them. Oh, what the fuck? But it was a tough balance because at one point in the production, the tentacle enemies were literally like the most dangerous enemy in the game.
Wait, did I actually kill you? Good God.
We definitely don't want the game to feel grotesque. So I don't know if we're going to have you stomping guys' heads in.